Welcome back. Time for your morning news now. A Democratic activist doesn't want Donald Trump on Wisconsin's 2024 primary ballot. Kirk Bangstad owns the Minocqua Brewing Company. He unsuccessfully ran for assembly in 2020. He recently filed to block Trump from next year's presidential primary using the insurrection clause of the 14th Amendment. That's an argument Colorado and Maine courts have agreed with this month. But there is one problem. Bangstad filed it in the wrong place. The Elections Commission does not put candidates on presidential ballots. A presidential preference selection committee does. So the commission has now dismissed his complaint. New technology is helping Gunderson Health System nurses prepare for live birth. Previously, the nurses were using patient simulation mannequins to simulate giving birth. But within the last year, new technologies have allowed them to have a more realistic learning experience. This year, Gunderson has added a new birthing simulation called AvBirth. It's a wearable technology paired with a watch worn by an actor, which tells them when they're having contractions in order to mimic the real-life situation. A professional development nurse for Gunderson says the technology has resulted in better care.
But now that we actually have a human being that we can have a conversation with and do the same skills that we would be doing, whether it is the AvBirth or the mannequin, staff have really found it to be helpful.
A grant helped Gunderson pay for the new technology, which was provided by Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The labor and delivery team plans on continuing to use the simulation, and officials even say more departments are now using it, including Gunderson Air. If you plan on flying this weekend, you may want to leave a little early. The Transportation Safety Administration says they expect to screen more than 2.6 million people at airport security checkpoints just today. But today may not even be the busiest day for those traveling. The Federal Aviation Administration says tomorrow could be one of the busiest travel days. They say they're expecting more than 48,000 flights taking off from the nation's airports. Glad I got that over with.
I was just going to say, aren't you glad that you weren't having to deal with that this weekend? Yes. Today you can deal with sunshine, Alexandra.
Okay.
Yeah, 42 for the high. That's what we're expecting in La Crosse. 36 by noon. The wind's out of the northwest. A little chilly breeze, but 5, perhaps 10 miles an hour. Mostly sunny for Eau Claire, 41. Same temperature-wise. The winds, same situation, northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. 38 with the possibility of some light snow later on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Sunday's high 34. New Year's Eve, it's 20. Colder than what we've had in a bit. Then New Year's Day, I think that looks pretty good, I'd say, as we start out a new year.
Looking good. Well, here's something you don't see every day. A humpback whale off the coast of Hawaii just saved by beachgoers. The baby whale beached itself near Honolulu's famous Waikiki Beach, but luckily for the little whale, some Good Samaritans were there to push it back deeper in the water. There it is. Just in case the whale comes back, there will be a veterinarian on shore to help. It is rare for baby humpbacks to become separated from their mothers, who they depend on for survival. So bon voyage to that baby whale, and good luck. Kind of a scary situation.
But a happy ending.
Well, hopefully it has to find its mom.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, right. Not completely the
But
door.
wishful thinking. So
exactly.
we can only hope they get reunited.
Gotta have a happy ending to an animal story.
Yes, you do. You really do. Well, coming up at 6, former UWL Chancellor Joe Gao is speaking out about his alleged involvement in online pornography. After the break, News 8 Now's Allison Fergit spoke with Gao and shares his side of the story.
Turmoil in the GOP presidential race. I'm Jared Hill with the fallout after another state kicks Trump off the ballot and Nikki Haley goes on the defense.